Well, hello, Flickering Myth family, and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ, and we have a new movie review. I am so excited, so thrilled. I cannot wait to dive into this. Yes, we are talking about Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Wow, wow, wow. I knew I was going to enjoy this movie. The first Knives Out really struck a chord with me. It was one of my favorite comedies I have seen in a long time, and I'm not really a comedy person. You guys know me, I love a 3-hour horror film, a dry superhero drama, or weird-ass art house movies. So a comedy, a murder mystery comedy, wasn't what I necessarily thought would connect with me. But Rian Johnson has a way of doing that. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I like The Last Jedi. I like Looper. I like the work of Rian Johnson. And he did not let me down with Glass Onion because, wow, this movie has so much going on. The mystery is very compelling. It is laugh out loud funny with some of the best characters I have seen all year. These people feel painfully real, painfully annoying, from social media influencers to the most vapid model actresses people to a weird billionaire who could be using his money to do better things. Sounds very familiar. Yeah, I liked these characters. I like the world Rian Johnson has built with the Knives Out universe. All these characters are so hilarious, and watching Benoit Blanc played again fabulously by Daniel Craig, it's refreshing. It's needed. I absolutely love where these are going. I would watch a third Knives Out. I did not think I could watch another one of these because, I'm tired of the Agatha Christie adaptations by Kenneth Branagh. So I'm like, am I done with murder mysteries? Do I need a Clue remake in a couple years, which we're getting, which I love? I'm not going to spoil anything in this movie, but Benoit Blanc shades the hell out of Clue. The board game, love it. Genius stuff here. Again, the script is so smart, so layered, like an onion, but there are so many times that I'm like, well, this is the route they're going to go, and then they go a different way, or they go the route you're thinking, but they handle it a very different way as well. It's just refreshing. This was a movie I enjoyed so much. It's filmed nicely. Netflix movies, I usually call them out for looking cheap sometimes. This definitely did not feel like a Netflix movie. There were some pretty weird green screenish looking moments, which I can't fault 1,000%. I mean, the Black Panther, which was like a bazillion dollar movie, has some weird green screen issues as well. So you know what I mean? I can't fault it 100% on things like that, but it did take me out of the experience because everything felt so real, so practical. So when there was a bit of CG or a green screen moment, maybe as a reshoot or like a pickup shot, it stuck out to me, but that not enough. This movie is like a 9 out of 10 for me. Everything hit the way it needed to hit. With Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, we are following Benoit Blanc as he tries to solve another mystery. We saw him years ago try to figure out that family murder mystery drama with, Christopher Plummer. Ana de Armas was in that movie. We knew that story, so he has to do another, mystery. But he's in a dry spell. He hasn't really been able to do what he's been wanting to do. We're set in the 2020 pandemic, so he's kind of stuck at home talking to his friends. A great cameo from his friends there. Oh my goodness. So he ends up getting invited to a Greek island where he's going to be joining another close group of friends, basically dubbed the Disruptors, who are all very vapid, techish people who are all basically funded by a billionaire played by Edward Norton, who invites them all to the island to have a fun murder mystery night, which turns out real people were murdered and there is mystery to be solved. I cannot say anything really about the plot because once you start getting into it, I don't want to spoil anything, but Benoit Blanc basically has to figure out a murder mystery on a island in the middle of nowhere, and it is hilarious. Like, the jokes that they make, the characters that we make, the way we figure out part of the story, and then they did this in the first movie where they kind of backtrack us so we can see where we landed up now. I love the layers of the script, how it's made, how it's built, the twists and the turns. It's all very fulfilling. The direction of these talent is very good as well. We'll talk about all the characters in my next section because they deserve their own moment. But yeah, I really liked where this was going. I really liked the plot, the details, the layers of this script. It's truly a layered thing, much like the onion that we're talking about. There is so much in this script that's just so juicy. I cannot wait to watch this again so I can notice characters, notice little moments that I'm like, Ah, there we go. There was some times where the editing was just like, do you remember this moment a couple minutes ago? And I'm like, you don't have to flash it back. I remember, but sure. Little things like that where sometimes I'm like, Ryan, trust us. We're smart viewers. Let us figure this out ourselves. But other than that, that's the smallest complaint ever, which, making sure a filmmaker actually tells us everything. Sometimes I'm like, bro, don't tell us everything. We're not dumb. But I understand because there was going to be some people who are like, I didn't follow it. It was too confusing. And I'm going to be like, bro, what? If you remember anything about that first Knives Out movie, what a great cast. I mean, so many people. Toni Collette, Jamie Lee Curtis, Christopher Plummer, Ana de Armas, Chris Evans, Lakeith Stanfield, so many great talents. This movie is jam-packed as well. Kate Hudson in a scene-stealing, annoying role. Dave Bautista, another annoying character, but I loved him. Janelle Monáe, one of my favorite supporting characters of the year. She plays a bigger part in this film than I thought. Edward Norton's here. I mean, there were so many people, so many small little cameos. Like, I was just like, what is this actor doing here? He's in one scene, plays a pretty significant part that I thought would come back later, but doesn't. Yeah, there's so many actors here. I would say my shining stars for this film: Daniel Craig, obviously Benoit Blanc, hilarious. We find out a little bit more about his personal life. We find out more about Benoit in this film, and I love it. We see the emotions. We see how clever he is. What a great character. Kate Hudson, I hated her character, but I loved her character. I understood her. She has an assistant named Peg. Loved Peg as well. The Peg and Kate Hudson character stuff, loved all of that. So many fun, juicy moments. I also really liked Kathryn Hahn. She was a fun little moment. Not her, and I believe like Leslie Odom Jr. don't get as much to do as I would like them, compared to what I know their talents to be, but they made room for Janelle Monáe to eat this movie up. What a performance. What a role. She's been one of my favorite actresses who, musician turned actresses for quite some time, and she's proving it with Knives Out. This is a stellar cast that all offers something here. The little cameos that we get. There's a cameo from a famous athlete that comes out of nowhere. Again, so many little moments where you could just tell people were like, I love Knives Out. Ryan, I will come do whatever you want. That's the trust he's built as a filmmaker, and that trust allows these actors to have as much fun as they can. I mean, I loved the not evil, but the Edward Norton's character, who is very very Bezos of him, very pretentious, love some stuff there. Again, Rian Johnson creates good characters with things we need to watch and moments that we are hooked on, and this movie has tons of that. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of Knives Out 2, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Yeah, I like it. Comes with a high recommendation. Next week it is going to be playing in theaters, and then it's going to be showing up on Netflix. I think this is a big time watch. This should be a very big deal for Netflix. Fingers crossed. I think this is hilarious. A must-needed comedy to save comedies for the year. I love Jackass Forever, and that's about the only other comedy I like this year, so hope this helps. Hope this finds an audience. Let me know if you're going to be watching Glass Onion down in the comments below. What are your feelings of this review? What are your feelings of this movie? Share all those thoughts. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Alright everyone, let's talk about Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery down below.